So yeah, just formalities. You've all signed the form?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, can I have it here in the front? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if in case you do need to leave, just let us know, we'll pause the video and then you can go. Okay? So, no, just relax. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry.
Long it out.
Yeah? Alright, so like we said before, you're invited here, nothing will be used, nothing will be posted. The only thing people will see are our lecturers, okay? Alright, cool. So, what was your guys' first phone?
Nokia.
A Samsung? Yes. Okay, interesting. Samsung was Samsung that big back in the day, or?
Shuai, something called Shuai, something like that.
Okay, alright.
The big one.
Yeah. And so you had your first phone was Nokia, right?
Yeah.
And what were your memories of it?
The first hype for that phone was it had a voice command system. If you know, like, the interesting thing about that phone was if you just say a name and save a number with that.
Right.
Then you say the name and then it automatically dials the number.
Right. Okay.
That's what I remember.
Okay.
And it had a very long battery life.
Do you guys agree with that as well?
Yeah.
What do you think of battery lives nowadays? Like,
Shit. I
a shit, aren't they?
5-6 hours.
Yeah, they're nothing. I mean, do you think it's worth it? Would you rather have like a longer battery life and more functionality than have like, you know, all the fancy stuff that you do now?
I'd rather have a longer battery life.
Really?
Yeah.
You might not have any internet, you might not have any... Could you trade internet for battery life?
Yeah, but then if you're out all day, do you really need the internet and stuff? If you're out doing stuff, then you need your phone. You're not going to start charging your phone in the middle of nowhere.
But what about if you need to, like, social networking sites, like check into places, Facebook and stuff? You won't have internet.
People are quite...
But if you're out, do you really need to check in and check your Facebook constantly?
It's a trend.
It's a trend, but then that goes with the brand. Like if you've got an iPhone, that's a trend as well. You don't need an iPhone, you can have a old school Nokia.
Because like these days we've got like recharge, like mobile recharger. You can play them anywhere.
Nokia is no more an old school gadget. I think so. We've got Lumia as well.
Lumia's you guys are aware of this? Lumia. Yeah. What are your first thing comes to mind when you think of Lumia?
It's a camera.
The camera. Yeah. Yes.
Forget the camera. I like the colours.
You like the colours?
It was non-stable.
What colour's your favourite?
Blue.
Blue.
Yellow.
Do you guys have coloured phones, coloured cases, juice cases, or anything like that?
Yeah.
Do you remember back in the day, Nokia actually was, I think Nokia was the first one to do this as well with the whole cases thing, do you remember?
Yeah.
And that was all the rage when you went into markets and stuff, you could get all these cases for like £5 and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that was really fashionable back then as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you also remember, I remember just the polyphonic ringtone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that?
When we could create them.
Yeah? What did you think? What did you think when you first heard a polyphonic ringtone? What were you like?
It was cool actually.
It was cool.
Like people look at you when you have a, like when the phone is coming.
Yeah.
So like, who's got this one?
Yeah. So it sounded quite unique.
Yeah.
Okay. So interesting. What about cameras as well? How did you feel when you first got a camera phone?
It was rubbish.
It was rubbish.
Yeah, the cameras, like in comparison to cameras now on phones, they were so rubbish.
Yeah.
Definitely. What if I told you that the latest Nokia Lumia has 41 megapixel camera? Does that change your opinion?
Not that much.
No?
Because like the new iPhone, I've got like, it's quite like, the picture is really good. So I need what I need.
You need.
So I don't need more than that.
You don't need more than that. What about you guys? Do you not care about the camera? You don't care about the
I do, because my phone's like my camera for me. I take lots of pictures.
Yeah. So do you use Instagram, Tumblr, these sorts of things? Do you, anyone else use Tumblr, Instagram? Instagram. Okay.
Snapchat.
So obviously, I mean, I'm just making an association here, obviously, because like, you know, wouldn't it be fair to say that if you had a better quality camera, you'd have better quality shots on Instagram? You know, so that might be a way of doing it. Okay. All right, so let's do the same thing that we did before. You guys who are here are familiar with it. You guys who are new are not. I don't actually know what the name of the game is, but we just kind of made up the rules. So, let's start with, don't look, don't cheat. All right, we'll start with you, sir.
Yes.
You are supposed to look forward, do not turn around. Everyone else, can you see this?
It's upside down.
Sorry. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, I'm going to change the rules a bit slightly. Each person is only allowed to give one clue. Okay, go.
You start.
It's waterproof.
Waterproof. Okay, that's one.
Megabase.
A what?
Megabase.
Megabase. What do you mean by that?
On music, they've got a special option.
Okay. Special option with music. Right.
They've got multiple gadgets, including TVs, game consoles.
Okay, we're getting closer. I think you know. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Something associated with the brand, maybe?
Your thoughts on the brand?
Yeah. Emotions, feelings.
Do you actually own any of this stuff?
Yeah.
You do? Why don't you mention one of the products that is on this?
Telly.
It's a telly as well. Okay, so it has
That could be
multiple
anything.
brands underneath it. Can you guess? You can guess as many times as you like.
Yeah, it's a Nokia.
No.
Tellies.
Yeah.
Waterproof.
Waterproof.
PlayStation.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh yeah.
what is it now?
a Japanese.
Japanese, that's important.
Sony.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Well done. Okay, do you actually know the country of origin, by the way, for these phones? For example, Apple is what?
Yes.
American, good.
Yes.
Samsung is
Malaysian.
No.
Korean.
Korean, good. As Sony is Japanese, so what is Nokia?
Hungarian or
Finland.
Finland, yes. Okay, so quite a small company, isn't it? Yeah, quite a small company. We were just talking earlier about price. I wanted to get your three's opinions on price, right? How important is price to you when you're getting a phone?
Not that much, because like I often go for contract. rather
Go for
than-
contract, so you don't really care about price.
Like,
What about you? Both of you? Price? Yes.
It does. For me, like I need unlimited.
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah.
So that is.
Is that phone usage, text, and internet as well?
Yes.
So okay, so you need to have the internet and the text and everything as well.
Yes. So it doesn't matter. Like,
Okay,
you know,
so-
whatever.
So as long as it doesn't,
Yes.
you don't mind. Okay, you don't.
Yeah, same.
Same.
Mm.
Okay. I noticed you actually have Nokia on you. Can you just show it? Yeah, show it to everyone for a second.
It doesn't even have the
Why do you have that Nokia in the first place?
It's because to make international calls, it's dual SIM,
Okay.
and it's a blue color, and I like this phone.
Okay.
This was given by my dad
Okay.
for an emergency purpose.
Okay.
I still remember that.
Yeah.
And then it has got a torchlight,
Okay.
and and
So it's like a Swiss
It's a
Army
dual
knife.
SIM.
Is it like a Swiss Army knife? It's got loads of-
yeah.
Yeah.
So and you can. There's a slot for a memory card as well,
Yeah. Okay.
and then it's very loud. I
Yeah.
use this for alarms
Okay.
and
Does it got a
for
camera?
calling my mum,
Okay.
especially,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Okay. What phones do you have now? Let's just run through again. You both had Samsung, right? You've got an iPhone. iPhone. What?
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah, it's just like for the emergency. My phone's broken down.
Okay. Okay. Cool. And you've got. I saw you had an iPhone. You've got,
Yes,
Yes. Okay. Why do you have an iPhone instead of anything else?
I think it's brand, of course. I can trust iPhone.
Okay.
And because of the internet is quite fast for me, and
Mhm.
I have to look at the news, for example.
Yeah.
and so-
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the network was good as well. If I break the phone,
Mhm.
I can trust the brand.
Yeah.
And more importantly, because of the application as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
I can,
absolutely important to you as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. And what about you?
It looks cool
Mm-hmm.
actually.
Okay. So looks quite important too.
Yeah, but I don't.
Does
I'm
everyone,
not-
doesn't everyone agree that iPhone looks quite sort of sexy and appealing?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
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 It has a nice what we call form factor, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of
Yeah.
looks nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I think personally think that it looks more sexier and cooler than Samsung gadgets. And
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think? What are your views on the new 5C with the different colours?
No, I don't like that.
You don't like that?
What about you? What do you guys think? 5C?
I don't like that.
Interested? Not
No.
interested?
5C is
No.
generally for kids, for young generation.
But you invest in buying cases that are colourful and everything, but they've come out with a phone that's colourful. What's the difference? Why don't you like it?
I think that phone is like made for not for mass customers, for like niche customer 5C. So it's specifically for like girls and more about like Asia, like targeting Asia
Mm.
Asian market.
and like Asian market and girls. It's not for like
Why isn't it appealing to you? Why don't you like it?
because it's a bit girly. Like
You think it's girly? What about like, even the blue colour? You think
Sorry?
that's girly? Even the blue?
no, like I like
I
the
think
normal one, the basic.
The black and white is kind of professional color.
Yeah,
But then
Like
do
more
you have,
sophisticated.
do you buy a cover for your phone? Like
I do
the
buy,
cases?
but yes, it has to be either black and white. For me, for my, it looks professional. You say that black doesn't have any enemy, so
Yeah.
so yeah, so it's kind of professional standard, always black and white. So when you bring the other color, it's a bit confusing. Yes, When you say talk about iPhone, yes, you mean the black and white. It has to be.
So, both iPhone and Samsung users, you're free to talk as you want. At what point did you jump the boat? Yeah, what I mean by that is, what point did you decide to buy in? Because obviously iPhone started with it was just called iPhone, and then you have the second generation, and you have the third generation, we have the fifth generation coming up now. We have obviously Galaxy is the same as well. Yeah, it's multiple generations. So, did you get it? Were you an early adopter, or were you someone who bought it as it became more advanced and known? What would you say? Early or late?
Late.
Late. Yeah, late. All of you, late adopters. Yeah. Okay. Why were you not interested then in the early stages? Was it because you were all using Nokias, or was it because you were all using Blackberries, or what were you using?
I remember using Nokia till 2009.
Okay, so you've been quite loyal to Nokia. Okay, you guys said BlackBerry.
Yeah.
Why? That was quite crazy, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it got annoying
It's
after
the whole
a while.
BBM thing.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
like with the whole trend. It's just the whole.
It was cheap
the
looking
hype,
and
yeah.
I didn't
So
like
the
it
trend
no
and the
more.
hype and the stuff like that. It's interesting. So
Yeah.
it was kind of a social thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously BBM was a really huge selling point, isn't it?
Mm.
What was it about? Can you remember what was it about BBM that was a huge selling point, or was it just the fact that it was free? Or
You could just connect with
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
Anywhere
have to give
in
your
the
number, you just have
Yeah.
to give a pin.
Yeah.
okay, so privacy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
privacy as
Okay,
well.
privacy. Okay. Can you guys remember any significant adverts from either Nokia, Samsung, or Apple that stuck in your mind and you thought, oh yeah, I remember that advert?
Nokia connecting people.
Oh,
What was that?
The
Yeah, like
hands
the
thing
hand-
in the
hands,
hands,
yeah.
yeah.
Connecting
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Any other examples? Could be from anything.
Why was that so striking for you?
It was not striking. It's just a memory, and then
Basically, like this to add, like Nokia, like have most of the advert rather than Samsung or
yeah,
iPhone.
Yeah.
I think so.
As in, like, did you like the tagline, connecting people? Did that appeal to you? Did it make
Was it-
you feel?
Actually, the hype for Nokia products was quite demanding in that. In the early
What are
age.
your emotional views about the Nokia brand?
It was very good.
It's very-
It was very much like it gave durability and long life. It gave 10 years guarantee on its product. 10 years of guarantee.
Okay. You said you guys made the image of the hands. Was it the image of the hands that stuck into your head? Or was it the
Yeah.
tagline? It was the image.
The image.
The image was more important.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So, yeah, and what about Samsung? Yeah, Samsung users. When did you adopt the new? When did you decide to drop your Blackberries and go for the Samsung? What was it?
Oh, I didn't decide to drop the BlackBerry. BlackBerry decided to drop me. I've only had.
What was it? Was it poor customer service or what was it?
No, the battery just died.
Oh,
It
okay.
just doesn't want to come on.
Yeah,
My heart was broken.
it was broken. Yeah, I use Blackberry myself. It keeps crashing all the time. I'm going to jump ship soon myself as well, even though I seem really, really old. Okay. What would it take then? And anything is. Let's just broaden your imaginations. Okay. Don't think about cost. Don't think about anything. Think about just what it would take for you to buy a Nokia now. What would it have to remove or incorporate for you to buy one now, to drop what you're currently using?
Well, the first thing is the operating system.
Okay, so you don't like Windows?
No, like it's really, really complex. I don't want to use
You don't like it? Okay, so that's more of a technical thing. What do you think, ladies?
I don't mind the Windows thing because even with like iPhones, you have to get used to the different kinds of software and stuff. So even with Windows, you just get used to it as for anything.
Would it influence you to buy Nokia because it's Microsoft and your PC's probably Microsoft and it kind of links in with it? Like the new advert now, it's just emphasising the Microsoft aspect.
Suppose
Would it be
so.
easier to transfer your files all onto like your computer, your tablet, and everything? Do you find that?
I mean,
convenient?
I don't know.
Yeah, in regards to that, I would not have that kind of thing because if I have a laptop, why would I have a laptop in my hand always? I just want my laptop to be my laptop, my tablet
then
to be
it's
just
like
my tablet,
your-
and my phone to be just my
But
phone.
then it's like Mac, iPads, and iPhone.
That's why I don't have. I have a Microsoft
Mm.
like, as laptop, and then I have an iPhone as a second.
Why do you have a Microsoft as a laptop and not a Mac?
I don't want to do.
Is
You don't need a
because-
Mac laptop though, innit?
Is
Is it because you don't like the way the Mac laptops work, or do you like the Windows operating system better?
I'll
You used to
always
it?
use the Microsoft, so I'm used to it, and I'm happy with it. And if I go for a Mac, like there's no point of me going for a MacBook because I don't need the features it has.
Mm.
So if I go for a Nokia, I don't need the 41 megapixel. If I had 8 megapixel, I'm happy with that.
Do you guys, with iPhones, do you, like, both you and your phone, names, do you both have Apple computers?
Yes.
You do?
No, I don't.
You don't. Okay. Is that connectivity between the phone and the computer quite important to you?
Yes.
You can sync data and stuff like
Yes.
that, yeah? That's really important. Yeah?
For example, I was doing the presentation today.
Yeah.
So what I did in the laptop, so
Right.
I can read through my phone as
Right,
well.
okay. So that's
It's kind of connecting.
okay. So if I was to say, I mean, Nokia has the same thing. If you think about it, yeah, it's got a Windows operating system. You've got a Windows computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would that not influence you? Or is Apple just too much of a professional company for you?
Yeah, I think in a sense, because when I'm not sure, but one thing is the Mac too. You don't have to download in the phone,
Mm-hmm.
but in Nokia phone, I don't know how it's going to operate, but it might have to you download the file. And sometimes when you download the file, if the internet is not, if it's slow, sometimes there is a problem. So
Yeah.
because the good thing is in the iPhone and the Mac, you don't have to download. You can just click and see the view.
Yeah.
What are your views on iCloud? Having this space in the air that all your stuff is stored.
Yeah.
Do you find that a bit?
I find that bit very handy. Because
Handy?
I don't need to have a Mac because
So you're not traditional in the sense that you
No,
want it
actually.
physically there. You
Yeah.
don't mind it being up in the air somewhere.
no,
Yeah.
don't mind it.
I think one of the things is I know one of the lecturers he lost his
Data.
data, and he can track it down through the
iCloud.
cloud. So
Yeah.
the people, professional, so I think for them it's very important.
So we mentioned like old school. That was a phrase I was using. I think you used it. It's an old school phrase, yeah? Old school Nokia, yeah? Does everyone agree with that?
Yeah.
That Nokia
Yeah.
is old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it about it that makes it old school? We said it before, didn't we?
It's just because of the hype of the iPhone company, the Apple company.
Yeah, but as you remember it, if you were to think about the things that remind you of Nokia, memory-wise,
Yeah.
what would it be? We said something before. Do you remember?
All the games, Snake.
Yes,
The Snake.
Snake. Do you remember Snake?
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
you remember Snake as well?
Yeah.
It's quite interesting because we have quite a few, quite a broad age range, and even the young ones and the old ones really remember Snake quite. So it's quite a big thing. Yeah. So did you guys kind of have like high scores and get addicted to it and snatch
Yeah.
people's phones away so you could play the games? Yeah, you remember all
I still
that?
do his.
Yeah, you remember all that? I think do you remember they had levels 1 to 9? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. What levels did you guys play on? Just curious.
9.
9. Yeah, I'm 9 as well. Anyone else?
Midline.
9. Yeah.
I have no patience.
It was too slow at lower
Yeah.
levels. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're thinking of using hashtags, right? Can you think of any Nokia or not Nokia? Well, Nokia and Galaxy and iPhone hashtags that struck out to you? Do you remember any? No.
Or any company that's come up with a hashtag that got people talking.
Instagram.
Instagram? They use hashtag, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
use
yeah,
hashtags.
yeah,
They do
yeah.
hashtags, yeah.
Like
Like on Instagram, even if people are hashtagging each other,
Okay.
sometimes they take a photo of themselves,
Right.
hashtag as like selfie, and then also tag like iPhone.
Oh, right. Okay.
So people say,
Do you like
okay,
hashtags? Do they make you want to join in a conversation?
yeah, like for end of sentence, you can shorten it to like bit. Okay, I use this. You don't have to write the whole sentence.
Mm.
It's quite a new thing, isn't it? Hashtags.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
they make us
I don't
feel,
even know about it.
How do they make us feel? They make us feel like kind of. Would you say they kind of make us feel involved in these sorts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a hashtag that we want to play around with. It's hashtag remember your first. Because Nokia is such an old brand, so getting people to know remember your first phone, remember your first high score, first game you played.
Yeah. Remember your first. What do you think of your first what? Because I think of my first computer because I'm a geek.
Your first boyfriend, your first
Boyfriend.
girlfriend.
What?
First boyfriend.
Boyfriend. Okay. Good. Yes. Anything else? Okay. No.
Just playing on the
First birthday cake?
memories.
What kind of first things pop into mind? First
Going on
car.
holiday with the family.
First
Yeah,
holiday. Yeah.
Not so much the first holiday, but one holiday I went with my family. We
Yeah.
lost my little brother.
Oh no, that sounds terrible. Terrifying. Anyone else?
First day at school.
First day
Oh,
at
yeah.
school, of course.
First day at school.
Yeah, who can forget that? What else?
Yeah, card that you What shit?
Does your first phone come into it?
Yeah.
Does your first phone
Sometimes.
does your first phone come into that? So is there kind of like a magical feeling when you have the box and you're sort of opening it?
What did you feel when your parents said yes, you can have a phone? Did you go and choose your own phones, or did they just buy one for you? And what were your views? What was the excitement? What did you feel when you saw your phone? Was it what you expected, or did you want something else and you didn't get it?
It's exactly what I expected, because my friend had one and I remember crying because I couldn't have one. I saved my pocket money and I bought my own. And
so you went and bought your own phone. So when you were looking at all those phones, did you have a Nokia as your first phone?
Mm-hmm.
What made Nokia stick out to you out of the others? Do you remember any other makes that you saw?
Popular that time.
Yeah, Siemens.
Siemens. That was my first phone.
Ericsson.
Oh yeah, Sony Ericsson.
It was not Sony Ericsson at that time. It was only Ericsson.
Yeah.
What were your budgets for your first phone?
£50.
£50.
Yeah, probably.
That's a lot back in the day.
Yeah, especially
I think
pocket
about
money.
I think my phone.
You were
was
willing
okay.
to spend like save up 50 quid for
Yeah,
that?
I was 5 weeks, yeah, £10 a
Wow.
week.
I'm sorry, I didn't have the patience for that. I didn't know.
Did your parents have an influence on what type of phone you got?
No, my friends did.
Yeah,
So your friends
My
was most
parents did,
important. Yeah. So did you guys like obviously back when you had those those like really low quality like photos? Did you have memories of like taking photos with friends or making stupid videos with each other? Yeah.
I've got some on YouTube from one of my friends.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Do you sometimes sort of go back to them, sort of remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've kind of done the same thing as well. I mean, it's kind of like Vines, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. But did you do that before Vine came out, sort of making short films and stuff?
Did
Like
you go through the webcam phase when webcams first came on laptops and you were like doing crazy poses?
Yeah.
And the face.
Yeah.
Do you still do that? Do you stand in front of the mirror and take photos of yourself?
Yeah.
I think we all do. Okay, so this is more of a kind of open question, right? I think loads of people will have loads of different opinions. Some of you may not have an opinion at all. Some of you may have a very strong opinion. We'll see. Why does no one care about Nokia anymore?
Because they are like really behind from Apple or Samsung.
Okay, in what
It's
sense?
not the brand.
It's not the brand.
It's not the brand anymore.
It's not a brand anymore.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like in the beginning when we bought the Nokia, it was a brand that time. So that time it was hype for Nokia that okay, I want a Nokia brand. I don't want a Siemens, I don't want anything else because Samsung wasn't even popular that day.
Right. So
now, it's Apple the
There
brand.
were so many things appealing of that.
Yeah.
For example, the 10 years guarantee. And
battery life, the reliability.
Is it also, I think, what about media exposure as well? Do you think that in those days Nokia had a lot of media exposure because they were so huge, or no? It was just word of mouth?
Yeah, I think it was just word of
Word
mouth.
of mouth.
Word of mouth. The Nokia Engage.
Oh, the Engage. Do you remember that?
Yeah. How could I forget that?
How could you forget that?
I had a phone.
I had an Engage.
Did you have an Engage as well?
I did.
Did you guys
Engage?
It was like this big. It was like games console.
Nintendo, like a PlayStation.
Oh, I remember it now.
Yeah, handy, you know. And you had to talk on the side. It was like,
And it was so cool, yeah. It was like,
it wasn't cool. At first it was, but not.
But I like the like N series one when they introduced N series.
Oh yeah,
N-series was good.
Remind me of that, sorry, I don't know.
they were really
N-series.
thick.
N-series.
They were not that thick.
71,
The slide
75.
phones.
Oh yeah, the slider phones.
Yeah.
And then the ones that had like keyboards and stuff
Yeah.
inside and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, I think if you think about it, it's quite technical, isn't it? And Nokia's been known for doing like these sort of technical innovations. I think is that what you said when you meant that they've fallen behind? Is it in terms of technology?
Like technology, yeah.
Technology.
So if you see Samsung,
Yeah.
so there was nothing like when Nokia was there in the market.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
if you see Samsung now, they are improving on their technological like.
Right.
So
Right.
Like those
I don't
days,
think-
Nokia used to have a keypad.
Yeah.
And BlackBerry also used to have a keypad.
Yeah.
Now both of them, like Apple and Samsung, came out with touchscreens.
Yeah.
People were attracted to them.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, okay, I want a touchscreen now.
Yeah. How was the transition for touchscreens for you guys? Was it like, did you like it at first, or were you didn't like it at first?
It
did
was
you?
annoying.
It was annoying.
Yeah.
In the beginning, yeah.
It was annoying in the beginning.
Yeah.
With the few
Yeah, it
years
was.
for like
Yeah, it
months.
was.
Yeah.
But now you guys seem to be happy and used to it now. So
Yeah.
you've just gotten used to it, or
yeah, like I think
we
it
don't
depends-
want keypads
It
anymore.
depends on the phone actually. It depends on the phone.
depends on the phone.
If you go like without Apple or Samsung, if you use other phones, they are quite a bit annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
They're
doesn't
slow
like-
and like.
So it was like Nokia. They introduced some touch screen, but it was not good enough. So people are looking for touch screen. So slowly, it also influenced to go Apple or Samsung later on.
Do you reckon you can go back to a keypad?
Yeah.
No.
If it's like the BlackBerry one, they're quite a keypad, then yeah. Because it's quicker to type.
I remember E71.
Huh?
N71.
E71.
Oh, yeah.
So was that the Nokia?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's Nokia,
I used that phone. It
was like a
using the
BlackBerry.
keypad for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who are N-Gagers, did you actually buy any games for it by any chance? No? You just used it as a phone?
I think I did.
I did.
Asphalt.
Video games for that.
Yeah. Do you guys buy games now, like as apps on your phone?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Okay, this is where it gets interesting now. So what games do you guys play then? What?
Candy Crush.
Candy Crush, of
I
course.
play Street Fighter.
Is Candy Crush free or is it?
There's free, yeah.
There's a free version.
I think there's a paying one as well.
Paying one as well.
Would you pay for
Get
it?
more stage.
No.
Like, would
I
you
think
pay
you,
for
so
it?
you
or
get
would
extra
get
stuff
free
if you pay
games?
for it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, more levels.
Is it both available on Android and iOS?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Both available.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's really, really important as well. Yeah. Any other big, huge apps that you couldn't live without? Instagram, of course.
Without.
Yeah. Well, you could live.
WhatsApp,
without.
yeah.
You can't live without.
Facebook.
WhatsApp, of course. Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah. I think WhatsApp is probably the other thing as well that kind of made BlackBerry get into the dust, isn't it?
Yes.
It's sort of united everything into one platform, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nokia is Nokia part of WhatsApp. Do you know? Or?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
I
Yeah.
think all Androids, every phone has Nokia.
Nokia. Yeah. Okay. So WhatsApp, Facebook, what else? Instagram, Candy Crush, anything else?
Temple Run.
Oh, Temple Run. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of you, you're all Temple Run addicts. Okay. So your phone it's more than just a phone, right?
Yeah.
Now, back then it was just a phone, isn't it? It was just.
It was not
That
exciting.
was my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. What was, sorry, what did you
It was
say?
not exciting before.
It wasn't exciting before. Do you think they're exciting now?
Yeah.
They are.
But was it exciting in its own sense that you had a phone and that
Yeah.
you could make phone calls and
Yeah.
text? It's a different type of excitement, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now it's just more
It's
developed.
more advanced now, yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
got
remember a
games and
Nokia advert said it had a screen in the middle and it had keypad at this side and that side, and the advert says "mad about writing" and the question mark.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that phone,
Yeah.
but I never had that phone.
You never had that phone, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your reaction to when phones, like, were your first phones black and white or colour?
black and white.
Black
What were
and
you
white.
like? What did you feel when they came into colour? Where you're like, wow?
Yeah.
Because back then, obviously, everything's black and white.
Yeah.
Suddenly,
Yeah.
you get colour phones. How did you take that?
It is good. Like the good things, like all my friends like used to watch. Like you've got a color phone. Let me have a look of it. So that's quite in school you get quite popular in the class. So this sort of thing's quite nice. Yeah, it feels good.
Do you still think popularity matters when it comes to phones?
Yes.
Are you popular?
Yeah.
You got an iPhone. Like, if I came out with a Nokia, would you think, well,
I think people
No,
don't
really.
like an old Nokia?
Now people
They
don't
don't care?
care.
Why?
No,
No.
Yeah.
because it's if you think like back in the day, I mean, 10% student maybe has the phone. Now everybody has the phone.
Everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's
Not just
not
one, they have
anymore.
more than one.
Yes, even people have more than one. So
Yeah.
it's not any unique thing. And now people do care about. Do you have like Mac? Do you have iPad? Now people do care about all. Do you have PlayStation? Which game do you have? Not phone anymore. I think
But-
it's kind of old-fashioned.
But it depends. You know why? Like if you think globally, because like for example, I went back home somewhere this time. So I was having an iPhone. So like my friends was like quite interesting. Like you've got an iPhone, let me have a look. You know,
Yeah.
it just depends on the where you're going. So that's the thing.
Geographical.
So
Yeah.
geographical
Do
barriers.
you reckon now, because everybody's on this iPhone, Samsungs, so if somebody does pull out old Nokia, do you think, oh, I used to have that phone? Do you still get that
Yeah.
excitement?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's an old phone?
definitely, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Some people get ashamed of it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
they
people
do.
say that, okay, if I ask someone, okay, can I borrow your phone? They say, don't worry about that. It's not a good phone. I don't want to show it.
I had that
Okay.
experience before. I was asking for phone.
I don't
Because it's
think
not good
so.
enough. Like
Because you got the other one as well.
Oh yeah.
It's okay, you have two phones that you're
So
fine,
you
do
would
it.
get, if I pulled out one of the really old Nokias,
3210.
3210, if I pulled one of them out, would you be like, oh, can I have a go at playing Snake?
Yeah.
Would that be
Yeah.
your instant reaction?
Yeah.
Snake.
And the ringtone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the ringtone, the very famous ringtone. What does that bring to mind?
Old.
Nokia ringtone, one. Yeah, it was quite
It's
Yeah.
not kidding too.
Can we get the Nokia ringtone anytime? Yeah. Yeah, that's very, it's very nostalgic, isn't it? It's very nostalgic. What else have we got? Yeah. What kind of people use Apple, Samsungs and Nokias, personality-wise?
What people do you associate with those brands?
Samsung are people who are very much into technology,
Okay.
and they keep themselves technologically updated.
Does that apply to you? Do
No,
you
no, no,
agree?
no, even iPhone.
Yeah.
Even iPhone.
Yeah.
if they are, you know, they've got iMac, MacBook, iPhone, everything, because if you see, it's more technologically advanced than Samsung as well.
Okay.
In terms of the MacBook Pro and all that.
Oh, okay. This is a question I actually want to ask as well. So, what computers did you guys have, both of you? The end computers?
HP is Microsoft.
Microsoft as well. Okay. Do you guys own any? Do you guys own tablets at all? No. Does anyone here
My mum
iPads?
does.
I've got a tablet, like it's an Android one.
An Android tablet. Yeah. Does that influence you then? Because I think a lot of people feel as if, you know, they've got you know, Windows computer or they have a Mac computer, that it kind of influences their buying choices. Do you think? Would you agree with that, or do you think people just see things separately? They don't see them as kind of as
like if somebody has a
connected.
Mac, would they definitely go for an iPhone?
Or an iPad?
I've seen a lot of people in like lectures with an iPad, a Mac, and an iPhone, like, all of it. And
What do you think of them when you see them?
I think it's stupid.
What do you think?
You don't need all three. Like, you really don't.
And varieties.
Varieties,
But they
yeah.
all kind of do the same sort of thing.
That is good. Like,
obviously,
I've got iPhone, so I was like Android, so I know both of the users how to operate. It's good. Like it's good.
Yeah.
So like if I've got iPad, if I've got iPhone, it doesn't make any sense. Both are same. It's just like bigger version.
Yeah.
Going back to what you said Apple looks professional. Yeah. What makes you think that Nokia isn't professional enough?
I think when you think about the Nokia, because in my mind, like I think about my grandmom, she's still using the Nokia.
I think that's true for all of them.
But back in the day, Nokia was seen as a professional brand.
Yeah, I mean,
So
what is like when I like my auntie when I'm talking why not? She used I think Nokia, but she kind of is scared. She thinking the iPhone is too complicated, you know. So back in the day, using the mobile phone is complicated, but you know, young generation always take this step and say yes, we are the first one we want to use. But back in the day, I think all the grandmom they used to use the BT, you know. So now when we are more advanced, you know, they are seeing it. So Apple, they now they're okay, maybe let's try it. And now they're trying the Nokia, so that way you can differentiate.
Let's say we have three sections, right? We've got the low end, which is kind of like the cheap phones you can buy anywhere, like 25, 30 pounds cheap, like I don't want Alcatel, whatever. Those ones. We'll call that low end, right? And we'll call mid-range LG, HTC, all these kinds of, and then we've got the premium at the end, which is the Apple and the Samsung. Okay, where does Nokia fall into that spectrum?
Low end.
Low end.
I think mid.
You think mid?
Now.
Yeah, now it's
Now
mid.
you think it's mid. Before it used to be low.
Yeah.
Okay, why is it mid and not low?
Considering their prices are quite similar to Samsung and Apple.
It's not about the price.
Not about price.
It's just the technology and the popularity.
What the
The
system
magic
can
of
do.
Windows and Nokia.
Yeah.
Do you think the brand comes into it as well?
Yeah.
Does that influence you how it falls into the tier? Yeah. Okay, interesting. Are you guys loyal to your brands? Would you jump ship? Would you cheat? You would. You're a cheater, are you? Who else is a cheater?
Me.
Not on you.
No? Would
Faithful.
You're faithful.
Yeah.
Okay. Faithful.
Yeah.
You're a cheater. You're a cheater. Yeah. You're a cheater. Okay.
Well,
If brand gave the free, then of course I would like.
when I say celebrity endorsements, like you got Holly Willoughby doing Nokia, does that influence your buying?
I don't even know.
I don't know.
Do celebrities, like your favourite celebrity, would they influence you? If they had a certain product, would that influence you into buying it?
I don't know.
No.
Unless it's David Beckham.
The H&M advert, yeah?
No, I personally think that your friends, that the people that you're around, have a bigger influence than celebrities.
Okay, if they were like, oh, if all your friends said Holly Willoughby's got this phone, I want to have it as well, then that would influence.
Celebrities would use words.
So if they were influenced
It's not
by
so much because all my friends said Holly Willoughby's got it, they've got it. It's more so if my friends have got it, I want it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Last question, and then we're done. Can you think of any other advertisements by Apple? We not mentioned a Nokia connecting people. Yeah. Can anyone think of an Apple or a Samsung advert that stood out recently? It can be
I think the latest one with the 5Cs, because it's more colourful now as well.
Yeah. Is it the one where they're just showing the colour panels?
Yes.
Are you thinking of the print ads or the TV ads?
The TV ads.
The TV ads, because the print ads, they've got loads of different colours there.
Yeah.
Why did that stick out to you? Was it the use
It's
of
just
colour?
because it's colourful, yeah.
Yeah, so the use of colour is quite important to you as well, yeah?
Did the Generation 5 iPod stick out to you? Because that was colourful and it had like friends bouncing off the screen and everything.
Yeah, no it did, yeah.
Okay. It's interesting, Apple doesn't use celebrities to endorse or anything.
I don't think it needs to, it's
big
enough with
it
powerful.
concentrates on their features like FaceTime and stuff.
Yeah. All right, thank you very much, everyone, for participating. You've helped us out a lot.
Thank you.
Forms, and yes, you may be contacted in the future.
You're welcome.